back to another one of my holiday reviews. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most beautiful holiday resorts I have ever visited, and that is the Aliathon holiday village in Cyprus. I will be giving a full review today, so it is going to be a fairly long video. If you want just the best bits, feel free to just skip to the end where you can see just all of our favourite moments captured in a few minutes. So now for the full review. The Aliathon is one of my favourite places to visit. Not only is it on the beautiful island of Cyprus, which I adore so much, I always have done, the Aliathon really gives the Mamma Mia summer vibes. If you really want to recreate the scenes out of Mamma Mia, literally just visit this place and you will be wowed. It is like a little village inside of the resort. We visited the Aliathon twice, and I'm not even going to lie, we would go back in a heartbeat. And for me, I like to see the world and visit new places, but there's something about this place that just keeps drawing us back. We've been before as a family of 4 with also 2 grandparents, and then we've also visited with another family of 4 with children the same age as ours. And I have to say, I don't have a preference. We enjoyed it just as much with both of them. We did have a tiny bit of a different holiday, I must admit, with a different company that we had, but oh wow, the hotel does not disappoint. It's really got something for all ages. I'm going to start with the basics. So the transfer time was about 20 minutes. I'm not a huge fan of Paphos Airport, if I'm honest with you. When you're coming out of it, it's not too bad, but it's just when you're going home, it's a little bit small. There's not very much seating, and because usually the flights are quite late coming from Cyprus to the UK, it's really not great when you are travelling with kids. But that's just the airport, it's nothing to do with the hotel. Each time we visited, we have arrived quite late, and so the restaurant has been closed both times. But what they do have is there's a little area in the reception where they keep some snacks in the fridge. So you can go and grab yourself like a sandwich or something if you do have a late check-in, which is quite nice and very welcome. Then they escort you to your rooms. It depends on where you are, how they get you there. So we've been before and they've just walked us around, and then another time they've taken us on a little like golf buggy. Both times that we've visited, we've stayed in the fishing village. The fishing village for us is perfect for our needs, and while it is the slightly older part of the resort and there are some much more upgraded rooms available elsewhere, the fishing village for us is just really nice because we like the rooms. So I can imagine that it used to be self-catering, because in the rooms that we stay in, which is the deluxe 1-bedroom, they tend to have like a kitchen area, which we haven't ever used to cook or anything like that, but it's nice to have that there. It's really handy if we want to just, I don't know, our kids' snacks, so we stored snacks and things there. It's good to wash out bottles and stuff, so it's really nice actually just having a little kitchen in that room. As you can see by the rooms, they are so spacious, absolutely beautiful. Quite old-fashioned in decor, and if I'm honest, when we very first went there, I was a bit disappointed because I did see the rooms that were also available in other parts of the resort, and I kind of thought, oh, have we made a mistake here, because this looks a little bit dated. But actually, in the morning when I woke up and the sun was shining, it was a different story altogether. We had a huge terrace that kids would play out on while we were getting ready in the morning. As soon as you open your front door, there is lush gardens. It's absolutely beautiful. You honestly feel like you're in a little Greek village. The colours, the flowers, the architecture, oh, I could go on. It's just so lovely. So with regards to the facilities on site, I have to mention the pools. The pools are probably some of the best pools that I have ever seen. I've never been to a resort that caters so well for the younger generations. There was a splash pool, which is fantastic, and the kids obviously loved that. They did form a bit of an attachment to one of the lifeguards, so there was a period in time where they literally would not come off the slide, because every time they got to the top of the ladders they could say hello to their lifeguard friend, so that was kind of cute. I love that they've got lifeguards there as well, I have to say. Our favourite parts pool-wise, a really big entertainment pool, so that's where all of like the fun and games are. But also you've got kind of like a beach effect, you know, as you walk out, and it starts off really shallow, and then it ever so slightly gets deeper. but it's shallow for such a distance that you don't have to worry about your children, because I know when you go on holiday with kids, especially when they're of a younger age, you're constantly panicking, and I'm like stuck to them like glue to make sure they're okay. But actually you can relax a little bit more here because it is so shallow for so long. I would say that's probably one of the highlights of that holiday for us, is the fact that the pools are so well catered for children. Absolutely brilliant. Like the splash park, it's hardly even got any water in it. It's just enough for you to kind of like paddle in, and that's brilliant because literally they can just run around like lunatics. The floor's not slippery one single bit, so they can just have so much fun and we don't have to worry, and we can just like sunbathe while they're playing. It's great. But we also tried the indoor pool, which was freezing cold. My father-in-law loved it, so we went in a couple of times, but it's not really for me, but also it's really nice in there too. I think that was like in the spa area. The food is out of this world, and I don't know why. I've looked at some of the reviews and people are like, I'm not too sure about the food. I don't know what these people are expecting. We've travelled all over and we've been to so many different hotels, and I have to say that this is not a place where I would complain about the food, not at all. So on site you have a main buffet. I thought it was great variety, always something for us to eat, kids food of course, and I think if you're going to a holiday village they cater quite well for the UK population, so you get a lot of your home comforts there as well. So actually I thought that was really good. Also had like a snack bar, so by the main entertainment pool there was like a snack bar there as well. In the morning they had a bit of the buffet stuff, so you could have your breakfast there if you wanted to, same at lunch. And then what they did do, which was really good, is sometimes, like a couple of times a week, they'd have like a barbecue on the outside, because outside they'd also have the buffet, but the hot buffet for you. But sometimes they'd have like barbecue food, and it'd be like ribs and chicken, and it was so tasty. And actually, even my daughter has said she has never ever tasted ribs as good as she had them there. Like she wants to go back just for the ribs. So the food is delicious. You also have the a la carte, the Mexican and also the Greek restaurant. We went to both of those, and I have to say that the experience was fantastic. The Greek food was out of this world. I love Greek food anyway. And the Mexican, okay, it kind of tasted a bit commercialised, but that's what we would get here, if I'm honest with you. If I went to a Mexican near to my house, I'd probably find the same type of food there. We really enjoyed it. The portions were massive, it depends on what your preference is, but for us that was great because we took our time, we chatted while we ate, and we really spent a good couple of hours there. When we went to the Mexican, we booked our children into a chocolate party at the kids club. So we went and had a meal, they came and joined us for their meal. When they finished, we took them back to the kids club so that they could go to the chocolate party. And then we enjoyed like 30 minutes to ourselves as adults, just having a final kind of chat at the end of the meal. It was lovely. And the fact that you were able to do that because it's all so close together was brilliant. At the front of the hotel there's like a plaza, and that's where you'll find the Mexican, so you have to come like out to go up. But also there's an Indian restaurant in there. Now it's not included in your a la carte, but you do get a discount if you're staying at the hotel. So we went there and that was beautiful. The Indian restaurant was probably one of my favourite Indian restaurants I've ever been to. It's really tasty. So authentic, so nice. So I'd recommend you go there if you do get the opportunity. We also loved a little visit to the Haagen-Dazs cafe. We did say that we were going to try the adult bar one time, but you know, we just never got round to it. I think sometimes with the best will in the world, you take the kids to the kids club, but then you don't really end up having that much time to yourself by the time you've got to sign them in, and then you have to go back and get them. So we never really got the opportunity to go to the adult bar, but you know what, I don't mind because that Haagen-Dazs was absolutely perfect for us. The first year that we went, my mother and father-in-law came along, so Carl's parents, and it was quite nice having them there because then you actually do get the opportunity to go out on your own. And we celebrate our anniversary every time we're on holiday because we got married in the summer holidays. So on our anniversary on the first year, the grandparents looked after the kids and Carl and I went out, and if you come out of the hotel and turn right, past the plaza, there's another little area that you'll come to with like some bars, and we went to a really nice like rooftop bar. It was absolutely beautiful, and there's just so much to do just in walking distance. If you want to go a bit further afield, there is the Paphos Harbour. And when I say further afield, I mean just a few more minutes. So we did get a taxi there, and it was just a couple of minutes in a taxi. You come out and turn right. You could walk there, but in that heat, we couldn't do it with the kids. Probably would have been about 20 minutes walking, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when the Cyprus heat is so hot, our kids just couldn't have done it. But we did go in a cab a couple of times to the harbour, because the harbour's beautiful and we really enjoy kind of exploring the local area when we go on holiday. So if you like to do things like that, there's definitely a lot to do on the harbour. So many seaside kind of like restaurants and bars and things that you can sit in and just watch the world go by. Lots of little shops and trinkets and markets, and really nice. I really enjoyed the harbour actually. We went there loads of times. Another thing that we did is we went shopping, believe it or not, to a shopping mall called King's Avenue, and it was really nice just to do something different. So fully air conditioned, so if you just want a break from the sun as well, it's fabulous for that. They've got a soft play in there, so we took the kids, they love a bit of soft play. And they've got loads of different shops to just have a look at. We found one shop called Jumbo, which I have to say is probably one of my best finds. I loved it so much. I wish there was one in the UK, I really do. I'd travel to see that. It's like B&M and Home Bargains times 100. So many good things, so cheap and massive. It is huge. So I enjoyed that. Both years that we went, actually, I did pay a visit to Jumbo. If you're looking for actual trips, there are plenty of things to do. The hotel obviously offers things through TUI, which is awesome, and we also found a trip of our own that we booked online, which was a pirate ship. Now we did that both years because it was absolutely amazing, so good. I'd never done a pirate ship tour before, and it was just, everything was so themed, and the children just really loved it so much, and it's just a nice day out. You get some food. We are proper tourists, so there's also like a giant speedboat that comes along which you can pay to go on. We did that as well, which I would recommend. It's literally only a couple of minutes, but it was a great thrill, and the children loved it, we loved it, we were all having such a good time, so I'd go on to that if I were you. But back to the hotel, the staff are absolutely brilliant, everyone was really helpful, nothing was too much. The entertainment team, out of this world. I have to say they're one of the best entertainment teams I've ever come across. They were just very present, and if you didn't want to take part in anything, that was fine. They would just entertain you themselves, and it was just great. We took part in lots of poolside activities. On an evening, not so much. The entertainment for me was very, if you've been to a holiday village, I think it's pretty much the same at every single one that you go to, and that's great, and the kids really enjoyed that. But our kids aren't the ones that will go and socialise on their own with the other kids, like the ones that they've met at the kids club and stuff. That's not really for them. So they kind of stayed with us, watched a little bit, enjoyed a couple of the shows. They really enjoyed like the magic show, that was their favourite probably. There were lots of quizzes and things if the adults wanted to take part, and there was a lot of kind of like light-hearted entertainment. For me, what it was lacking was probably some real shows. So I really love a good show, and if you've seen any of my previous reviews, you'll see that that's something that really matters to me, is a really good show. And I'm not asking for like West End, but I just really like to watch the singing and dancing, which I did miss here. But that's not everyone's cup of tea anyway, so probably if you don't like that, you'll be quite happy. 100% we will go back to this hotel. I've already mentioned the kids club, they've got some fantastic things to do there. They're only like an hour, so by the time you drop the kids off, because you've got to kind of queue to get them in anyway and get them back, they're probably only in there 40 minutes, which is absolutely fine for us, because like I say, our kids are not huge on entertainment and being away from us, so that was okay. They got these lanyards from the kids club which they really enjoyed. I think they're called Russell the Brussel, and you get a sticker for every time that you're eating like fruit and vegetables from the buffet, which was just a great incentive to get kids eating healthy, so I quite liked that as well. There was a park, I'm big on parks, there was a huge park front, so every evening after dinner we would have a little walk to the park, the kids would let off some steam, we would rest our tummies, and it was just a really nice relaxing place to be. They did have like party nights which were really good, my favourite being the beach party. So with the lagoon pool, they drained a little bit of the water out and they would use that to do like a fire show, which was really awesome. And then we'd get like popcorn, candy floss, you know, just really nice little touches that you just enjoy and look forward to. And it's just nice to have something different. So for different types of entertainment, there was a more quiet area. So there was like a piano bar, which was kind of like near to the restaurant area. And that was quite nice, and we visited that quite a lot in the first year when we went with my in-laws. Second year, I don't think we even went there once, if I'm honest with you. They have like live music, and it's a little bit more of a chilled out atmosphere. So if you're looking for a quieter evening where you can just drink and chat or whatever, that's probably the place to go. So there really is a little bit of something for everyone, which is so good. And I have to say, but we all loved it. We want to go back. We will be back. I know that we'll go back there again. I think we have to explore a little bit more of the world when it opens up again. But then we will be back to the Aliathon. I can guarantee that for sure. If I were to rate this hotel, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I have been there before they did the renovation and after. Nothing changed for me. If anything, it just got better. I know a lot of people have said, oh, it's different, it's not the same anymore, but actually the comforts that we had previously are still available. But if you wanted that kind of a different class of stay, you can stay in the newer accommodation and have a different feel. So I think it actually gives you more options. I like the layout. They have had to move the park, they did move the entertainment, but actually I think they've improved it. In my opinion, it's so much better. You get all of your normal stuff that you would get at a holiday village, so if you used to go into those places, it's all available here, like the treetop challenges and all of that. This place for me is somewhere you just can't go wrong. I loved it, can't wait to go back, and here are some of our best bits.
I get around despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadowing me, I won. Oh, oh, the sky is on fire. The lake has turned to a golden sun. Oh, oh, I'll never get tired. I just wanna dance, just wanna open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadowing me, I won. Oh, oh, the sky is on fire. The lake has turned to a golden sun. Oh, oh, I'll never get tired. I just wanna dance, just wanna
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to see some more of this content, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, goodbye.
just wanna